Going live. You're live. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's pub quiz, Nick's pub quiz. Sunday night is always the best night of the week for support, and it's great to see you all logging in as we speak. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. My daughter has just realised that instead of the normal 6 rounds, for some reason I've missed out round 5 altogether. So round 5 was missing, so I've had to quickly substitute and put in a round 5 from one of my previous quizzes some year ago. So don't worry about it. No, nobody will remember that one, and it goes back a long, long way. My wife has also been doing my makeup tonight, so hopefully my nose won't appear too shiny to all those watching. Well, it has made it rather itchy, so if I'm itching my nose all night long, you'll know why, because we've had a powder puff stuck up my nose. Never mind. Also, for all those watching, you'll see too that I am sporting my marvellous incarnation with flamingos on my shirt tonight. It's my flamingo shirt for all those interested. This is an incarnation from the great fashion house of George, and which I'm sure you're all aware of, that great Italian design house by the great name of George. Right, we have, let's have a look, see who's logged in so far. We've got Ian Barker logged in. Evening to you, Ian. I know you were hoping to get away on holiday, but never mind, you've got to do my quiz instead. Mark Ganderton's just checking in the Fat Cat. Ah, lovely, you've managed to get some beer. I did notice a photograph of the Fat Cat. This is the Fat Cat in Norwich. All boarded up, obviously for the lockdown, but it appears they are serving beer from their beer hatch or something. Never mind, that's up to them. We're doing much the same. Right, Harry, good evening to you. That's Julie, Ian and Harry. Welcome. Let's see how you fare tonight. I hope life's been treating you well. We've got Michelle's just signed in from Crick, one of the 3 or 4 teams, I think, that sign in from Crick on a regular basis. Let's see who comes out top of the tree in the Crick gang. So we've got Michelle, James and Charlie tonight, of course. Hopefully they're all drinking beer. We'll see how they fare. Squeaky Pop, hello to you. And good evening to you. Mike Yates has just signed in. Evening, Mike. I hope you're doing all right. Mark Ganderton, yes, I know you're coming live from Norwich, Mark. At least I think you are anyway. Jackie Skip, good evening to you. Martin Davis, evening all. Hope you and Tina are keeping well. Nikki Bowers, good evening and hello to you. What? My hair at? Someone's going about the hairstylist. All right. Yes, okay. I need more than a makeup artist, I know. Perhaps a hairstylist as well would help, but never mind. Right, Chris Meads has just signed in. Evening, Nick and Lydia. Now, Chris, what's your team name tonight then? Don't know. Right, John W. has signed in from near the New Forest. Good evening to you, John, and hope all is well in your neck of the woods. Oh, did you get the neck of the woods? That was nearly funny, that, from the New Forest. Oh, no, never mind. Sarah, good evening to you, and welcome to all our friends from Worcestershire, or Worcester even. John Potter's just signed in. Evening to you. What, the nose is still shiny? Must be the angle of the light, I tell you, that's all it is. It's either that or been in the sun too much all week long, but never mind. Good evening, Faye. Hello to you this evening. Enjoying the weekend. Well, we've been enjoying the weekend. Besides today, it's been a bit, well, to be fair, it's been a bit crap the last couple of days, hasn't it? We started off with wind, very windy yesterday and rain, and today has eased down, and now we've got a beautiful evening. In fact, I was in full sunlight a few minutes ago, but thankfully the sun's just gone below some clouds and no longer. Right, we have Great White Tornado here, Toronto, here and waiting. So tornado indeed, sorry. They've signed in from Toronto. What time is it in Toronto then? I always ask this question. I know it's midday in California, but Toronto must be about 3 in the afternoon, something like that. Anyway, good evening to you. Evening, who else have we got here? Oh, Stuart Cole. Oh, wait a minute. Hundreds of signing in. Right, we've got, oh, God, blimey. We've got Ellen and Steve Valentine have logged in. Evening to you. We've got Dog Huzote. They've signed in. So we're in for a good matching of minds tonight. Ian and Anthony James from London and Manchester signing in. Andrew Lewis from Yelvertoft. Good evening to you too. Hope you all do well tonight. Good evening, Dean Johnson. Nice to see you. Good evening, the Famous Five. John O'Rourke and the gang. Is it a full famous five as usual? I presume it must be. Harry Cage is saying Dominic Cummings is signing in from Durham. We don't know where that elusive man is at any specific time, but he could well be in Durham as we speak, but never mind, could be hiding. Pick a Mix have just signed in. Lockdown Brew going down rapidly from the mails. Well, you did buy two, so hopefully you should be able to get through that lot. Steph's just signed in. Steph Rambari, oh my God, Nick, have you still not shaved that fur? Like, it's definitely less than it was, Steph. It was down here when you last saw me. I did take it back here. Perhaps it probably needs a trim, but never mind. We'll see. Stuart Colwell sign in. We've also got Kevin Keenan and the Rotary Club have just signed in, so we're all in for a good battle tonight. Mike Yates doing fine, thanks, Nick. Three of us remotely linked together. Excellent. It's the Royal Forest of Dean. Yeah, sorry to call it a, what did I call it? A wood or something? I don't know, never mind. Right, we've got Ian Townsend. Foreskins are all logged in, so welcome to the Foreskins. Greg Pugh's just signed in tonight. Hi, Nick, just me and Jill tonight. This is just a little plug. My brother Greg is doing a sponsored cycle ride from Rugby to Manchester United's ground at Old Trafford in aid of a local charity. He has got a Just Giving page. If anybody wants to sponsor Greg Pugh, you'll find his Just Giving page somewhere. It is a virtual bike ride. He did suggest doing it, but then, well, I suggested doing it, but never mind. Right, we've got Graham Gifford, Graham and Jane checking in from Cambridge. Good evening to you too. Roy Job and the Jackson gang have now all signed in. Comings and goings tonight. Have we any more Cummings jokes, or has it all gone too far? Great White, it's 3:05. Yeah, I thought it was it's 3:07 now, so good evening, Great White from Toronto. Greg Pugh, what rain? It only lasted 30 seconds. Well, yeah, okay. It depends where you were, Greg, of course. Mick Roberts, Mick and Bev just signed in. Good evening to you. Chilly Willie. Evening, Chilly Willie. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. We've just got Matthew Blood, PRS, signing in. Claire, Robin, and Matthew. Oh, dear, now you're all in trouble. John O'Potter. Same old glass, Nick. Yes, I do need to dig some new glasses out. I'll see whether I can do that for next week. All right, I've got an old cupboard full of them somewhere, but never mind. Just happens to be at the front of the queue, if you know what I mean. And it should be, to be fair, it should be the Cambridge Beer Festival this week or next week. But unfortunately, as it was cancelled, as are all beer festivals at the moment, we haven't had a chance to get ourselves down to Cambridge to enjoy some beer this week. But never mind. Thomas Crinigan's just signing. Good evening to you, Thomas. I hope all is well with you. Playing Ice Ice Baby. Oh, great. We shall give us 260 miles too long. Chris Gallagher, squeezy mob here without the chief speak. Oh, where's the chief speak? Don't tell me he's playing golf. Now he's been allowed out playing golf. Graham Gifford, g'day, Bowers folks. Oh my goodness, we've got, they're talking to each other. Do feel free to have a chat with everybody else as you log on. We've got a few minutes to go before the quiz will start. Just 5 minutes to go. Durham Beer Festival's not being cancelled. Oh, well, that's interesting. Don't tell me it's a virtual beer festival, because they were thinking of doing the Cambridge Virtual Beer Festival. I don't know what the idea of that was. I don't know whether you virtually drank the beer or you virtually actually got all the beers lined up in front of you that they put on their virtual site. I have no idea. So how they did, Robin, just tell me how they now Durham Beer Festival doing a beer festival. That was a joke. Oh, right. Okay, it was a joke. That's fair enough. Well, to be fair, the Cambridge Beer Festival, they did say they were going to do a virtual beer festival, but God knows how they're going to do that. Anyone else coming along? Oh, dear. We've got Jenny and Graham and friends signed in from Coventry and California tonight. So that's marvellous. They've got our Californian friends online. It'll be just 10 minutes past midday in California. They'll probably be missing their Sunday lunch. Probably don't have Sunday lunch in Canada. They probably had it if they're. All the Ridgeways have just not signed in now. We're in trouble. Anthony Ridgway, that'll be Paul and Trish as well. Good evening to you. Nikki Bowles has been doing some more gardening today. Well, fair play to you. My wife's done her back in doing the garden over the last day or two, but never mind. I told her not to do too much of that gardening. Now, I'll tell you a little story the other night. When was it really windy, Andrew? Was it Friday? Friday night, yeah. Friday night, Saturday morning. The wife woke me up very early in the morning, 6 in the morning. She said, something's banging outside. I said, what do you mean something's banging out now? And I said, oh, God, and it was 6 in the morning. She said, would you go on outside and just have a look, you know? So anyway, we'd left the umbrella in the garden up and open. So I thought, well, first, before we do anything, and it was really blowing a gale, I thought we'd better take that down before it causes any trouble. So I took that down, came back in the house, and then went to the front of the house to find out where this banging noise was coming from. And I had to laugh because there, down by the front door, there was a poor little frog trying to get out of my house. Well, it was quite a big frog, actually. But, Chris Beak has signed in. I thought it was elsewhere. So there was this frog, and he kept jumping against my triple glazed front door window, trying to get out. I thought, you're never going to get out there, you silly sod. But he'd obviously decided, oh, here we go. There's a picture of the frog. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Oh, yes, there he is. He was a full-size frog, believe me. And the wife wouldn't kiss it, just in case it turned into a prince, but never mind. So I eventually ushered it out the front door. I had no idea how it got in the first place, because there is no way into my house other than through the 2 doors. Well, 3 doors, actually, but 2 doors. So it must have got in during the evening, probably during the evening while we had the back door open. And the fun of a frog hopping around your house at 6 o'clock in the morning. Great fun. Waking us all up. Right, we've now had Anthony Pugh's just signed in, and the Pughs from Stretton-on-Dunsmore crew, including young Tom. Good evening, Tom and Anthony and Deborah. Chris Speaks, as I said, signed in. We've also got Alex Brown. The Browns are all signed in. Well, good evening to you. John Potter, dogging a Nick's house. What? You've had 2 pints already, I can see you. Hi from Kevin McLeod. Can't stand Prime Minister's puppeteer Cummings, but drama queen even less. That's fair enough. Right then, where are we? We've got 2 minutes to go before first round. Now, first round tonight is entitled Sunday 24th, surprisingly. So Sunday 24th, that's 10 letters, which I'll give you. Or there's not actually. There's 8 letters and 2 numbers in that top. So you might like to just write down Sunday the 24th. From top to bottom, they will be the first letters or first numbers of the first 10 answers in order. Right, do feel free, by the way, if any of you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, it's called Pewey, after my name, surprisingly, with a Y on the end. 1957, it does make it easy for you to log in, and it also sends you notifications just in case you've forgotten when Sunday night is or when Wednesday night is, so to speak, he says knowingly. Right then, I don't know what you're all drinking tonight. I've been on some fine ale. I won't tell you what it is, and it might give the game away. You could guess, of course. What's that? My daughter's on squash tonight. What's wrong, Lydia? Oh, Lydia's driving. She was driving the other night, and surprisingly, she was on a mojito. But she's driving tonight, and she's making out that she's... You're on squash all night then? Oh. My daughter, Lydia, will be putting the questions up in the chat column on the right-hand side when we start the quiz. So without further ado, there are now 95 teams logged in. So without further ado, we'll get going. Guinness West Indies Porter. That sounds lovely. That does sound good. Do feel free to keep posting your beers on the right-hand side. Right then, let's get on with this quiz. Now, let me just bring it up first, and we will get going. Right, round number 1, as I'd mentioned before, is Sunday the whatever it is, 24th. I keep having to remind myself, even if it's written up here. But never mind. Show tabs, algorithms. Sorry, I'm trying to do too much here. It's proving not. Show tabs, hide ribbon. That must do it. Ah, that's better. Right. Now we're about there. Good. I now have the screen in front of me. So, question 1 then. Are we ready? Which is 2015 according to my thing, but it's 2016 according to my computer. So let's get going without further ado. First answer has got to start with the letter S. It's a 2-word answer I'm after. On the 26th of April, 1976, whilst touring in the mating season, which carry-on star died on stage at the Sunderland Empire? So on the 26th of April, 1976, while touring in the mating season, Which Carry-On star died on the stage of the Sunderland Empire? That's a two-word answer. Pretty straightforward, that one. I'm on Birra Moretti. Fine drink, that. That's about all you can get down at... Oh, it's just said the quiz is live now. Great, thank you for that. That's YouTube just sending me a reminder to say we're live. Question number 2. This has got to start with the letter U, of course. Which one word precedes the sea and completes the title of the song from The Little Mermaid, which won the 1989 Oscar for Best Original Song? Nice easy one there. Stuart Dongle's he's on Stuart Dongle. He's on Boondongle. Sorry, Stuart Caldwell's on Boondongle. I'm getting that one mixed up. Never mind. So question two again. Which one word precedes the sea and completes the title of a song from The Little Mermaid, which won the 1989 Oscar for Best Original Song? Remember, that's got to start with the letter U. I'm sure you can work that one out. Question number 3. Again, a two-word answer. This starts with the letter N. N for Nick. Who led the Labour Party to a surprise 4th consecutive defeat at the 1992 general election, despite the party being ahead in most opinion polls? That's an interesting one. So, who led the Labour Party to a surprise 4th consecutive defeat at the 1992 general election, despite the party being ahead in most opinion polls? That's a two-word answer. Starting with the letter N for Nick. Don't put Nick Clegg down because it wasn't him. Oh, crap. Right, question number 4. What nationality is golfer Thomas Bjorn, who was the captain of the European team at the 2018 Ryder Cup? So, what nationality is golfer Thomas Bjorn, who was the captain of the European team in the 2018 Ryder Cup? Remember, that's got to start with D. D for delicious. Oh, so has anybody been having barbecue tonight, or has the weather not been good enough? It's been improving all afternoon, to be fair, but quite a pleasant evening here. And I hear the weather's going to get better for next week, so it should be good bank holiday weather tomorrow. Right, question number 5, starting with the letter A. Which ancient Greek philosopher is often referred to as the father of Western philosophy? So, which ancient Greek philosopher is often referred to as the father of Western philosophy? Sorry, my nose is itching. It's that powder the wife was powdering my nose with. It does look a little shiny, I suppose. No Rudolph. Sorry, I don't want any Rudolph jokes. How do you post answers? You don't post your answers, Steph. You write them down on a piece of paper. At the end of each round, I will ask you to mark your own. And then in an honourable way, you will mark your own, correctly or wrongly or whatever else, and you will put a score there after round 1. And everybody just flies back, and you will write in the chat post that you got 10 out of 10, Steph. I'm sure you will. It's too easy this round, isn't it? So, question number 6. Oh, God blimey, can I pronounce this? Yes, I think I can pronounce it. Right, question number 6. Sold by a company based in Tokyo, what name is given to a sweetened probiotic milk beverage fermented with the bacteria strain Lactobacillus paracasei shirota? Now, there's a good one for you, isn't it? So, sold by a company based in Tokyo, what name is given to a sweetened probiotic milk beverage fermented with the bacteria strain Lactobacillus paracasei shirota? That's pretty good, my pronunciation on that one. Wearing any lippy? No, not tonight, Matthew. Not tonight. You want to excite the wife too much? What a white powder was it? They're going on about my appearance now. Oh, do remember, by the way, number 6 has got to start with the letter Y, so that kind of gives that one away. Right, question number 7. This is for all you biblical people. The Lord is my shepherd, the first words of a psalm from the Old Testament, is used for which number in the world of bingo nicknames? So the Lord is my shepherd, the first words of a psalm from the Old Testament, is used for which number in the world of bingo nicknames? And that's going to start with the number 2, of course. Steph, don't post your answers yet. You don't post your answers, just write them down. Greg Pugh, don't go to Japan, Nick. I was thinking of going to Japan. Do you think my pronunciation's good then, Greg, or what? So. Right, question number 9. This is an anagram. You might like to write this down. I know how you love anagrams. I'm a plonker, not smart, is an anagram of which female TV celebrity and socialite who died at the age of 45 in 2017? It's a 3-word answer. Well, yeah. So question 9 again. I am a plonker, not smart, is an anagram of which female TV celebrity and socialite who died at the age of 45 in 2017. Yeah, that's number 9. What did I say? Have I missed number 8 out? Oh, no, that was the other number. Oh, oh, what have I done? What have I done? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I have. Bollocks. Right, I missed one out. Sorry. Never mind. We'll carry on to the end because the other one's another number and it's not supposed to be. Oh, dear. Oh, Sunday. Oh, yes. Sorry. I've missed number 8 out, of course, for you. Yes, I've missed number 8. Sorry, everybody. I've missed number 8. I was going too fast for you all, too fast for myself, that's for sure. But never mind. We'll go back to number 8 then. Now, number 8 has got to start with the number 4. So number 8, are we ready for number 8 that we've all missed? Calculated by an enormous supercomputer named Deep Thought, what number is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything? Come on, all you quizzes have had that one before. So calculated by an enormous supercomputer named Deep Thought, what number is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything? That is question number 8. That'll give you a little bit more time to work out question number 9. I will give you a second or two before we go on to question 10. Sorry about that. I've got a little panel at the top which just shows me one question at a time. I'd obviously moved it on a bit fast. Either that I'm not drinking fast enough and keeping up. Roy Job Rude. Well, is that you, Rude, or was I being rude? Sorry. A repeat of number 9. Number 9 is that anagram, Great White, from Toronto. I am a plonker, not smart. It's spelled I am, A-M, A, and then plonker, P-L-O-N-K-E-R, not, N-O-T, smart, S-M-A-R-T. It's an anagram of a female TV celebrity and socialite who died at the age of 45 in 2017. It's effectively a 3-word answer. It's a great one. Alexander knows that one. It's different. Piss off, Nick. Oh, thanks. Evening, Nick, a bit late. Ian, you'll be able to catch up. I see from your post today you've probably been off around the country somewhere enjoying yourself. The questions are on the right-hand side if you've got time to catch up in this round. I'm sure you are. Martin Davis, Alexa, bloody autocorrect. Right, question number 10. This does start with the letter H for hotel. What was the first word spoken from the moon on the 20th of July 1969 by Neil Armstrong after the touchdown of the lunar module? So what was the first word spoken from the moon on the 20th of July 1969 by Neil Armstrong after the touchdown of the lunar module? Steph, number 8 was that number I wanted. Here we are. Are you ready? This is just for you, Steph. Calculated by an enormous supercomputer named Deep Thought. What number is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything? It might sound a bit bizarre, but it's not quite that bizarre. Well, it is a bit bizarre, really, but never mind. Right then, I will give you a minute or so. There's no desperate hurry, I'm sure. Do you need any time, manager? How are you doing? Do you need a minute? Right. On my clock, get the clock out. Let's just get a proper minute on. I've got a world clock, I don't want a world clock. Oh, I suppose you don't want that. I'm looking for timer, stopwatch. Stopwatch, that's what I want. Right, now I'm off. Technology is not my strong point, I have to say, but never mind. Not that bad for a man of over my years. Oh dear. Right then, you should have 10 answers, and they should all start with the letters I gave you, SUNDAY 24TH. Sorry about question number 8, which I completely overlooked until later. I thought I'd actually put in one thing altogether, but I haven't, thankfully. Right, here we go then. Are we ready for the answers to round 1? Anybody need any longer? Just type it in the chat. I will wait a few seconds. In which case we're off. Question number 1, starting with the S. It was Sid James I was after. Sid James, that carry-on star who died on stage at the Sunderland Empire. Number 2, what one word precedes the sea? Well, it was Under the Sea was the song from The Little Mermaid. Number 3, it was Neil Kinnock, which surprisingly led his party to a 4th consecutive defeat in 1992. Question number 4, what nationality was Thomas Bjorn? That was Danish. Number 5 even was Aristotle, of course, that Greek philosopher known as the father of Western philosophy. The company I was after that came up with that strain Lactobacillus paracasei shirota was in fact Yakult. We've all heard of Yakult, that marvellous probiotic. Question number 7, the Lord is my shepherd. Well, that was Psalm number 23. 23, bingo nickname. Number 8, the number, which was calculated by Deep Thought, was in fact the ultimate question of life, the universe and everything, was the number 42. I'm sure you all got that. Number 9, I'm a plonker not smart, is an anagram of Tara Palmer Tomkinson. Well done if you got that. And finally, number 10, the first word that was spoken from the moon was the word Houston. In the immortal line, Houston, tranquility base here, the eagle has landed. So, Houston. Right then, let's see how many of you have got a magnificent 10 out of 10. We start off. Kevin Kieran, the Rugby Rotary Club, straight in with a 10 out of 10. Well done, Kevin, for getting your score in first. That's what I see. Michelle with a 9. We've got Stuart Cole with a 10. Harry Cage with a 10. We've got Don Grazzotti with a 10. Anthony Ridgway with a 10. Helen and Steve Valentine with a 9. Sarah with a 9. Mike Yates with a 9. We've got Carol Jackson and comings and goings on a 10. We've got Donna Brown with 9. We've got Diana Alex on a 10. Sorry, on an 8, the Booby Prize Girls. Roger Griffiths on a 9. Leslie Barrett on a 10. Andrew Lewis on a 10. Pick and Mix on a 9. We've got the Fallskins on 9. Brian Farmer and the Farmers Old and New on 10. Chris Peake on 10. Graham Gifford on 10. Anthony Pugh with a dismal 8. Oh dear, Anthony. Alex Brown with a 9. Great White with a 9. We have houseful 10 points for once. Fantastic. The Quizzy Rascals with 9. We've got Nicky Bowes on an 8. Chilly Willy I was first. Oh, right. General, Frames 5 with a 10. Jenny Graham and Friends on a 10. Squeaky Pod with a 9. Greg Pugh with an 8. Keeping up the Pugh tradition there. Matthew Blood, PRS with a 10. Keith Abbas, yay. Ale Yoi Akababs with a 10. What's that? Ale Yoi Akabs with a 10. Mark Ellenson with a 9. We've got Rudolph Watchers, thank you very much, with a 10. We've got Ice Ice Baby with a 10. Chris Peckard with a 9, very good. Mick Roberts with an 8. So some great scores in that first round. Nobody scoring less than 8 points. Right, then here we go with round number 2. Round number 2 is an initial letter link. There are 9 general knowledge questions plus a final question with an answer that can be spelt out by rearranging the first letters of the first 9 answers, if that makes any sense. John W. sneaks in with a 9 there. Well done, John, all the way from Royal New Forest. Sorry, the Royal Forest of Dean, not New Forest. I'm getting mixed up. How does it work? Just keep your own scores. When we get to the next round, Matthew, you just add your previous round. So by the next round, you should have 20 if you get them all right. And the person with the highest score at the end is clearly the winner. But never mind. And we'll see what the prize is this week. Oh, God, it's itchy nose. It must be all this powder on my nose. Right, question 1. Straddling the border between Peru and Bolivia in the Andes Mountains, what is the name of the world's highest navigable lake? I'm sure we'll get that one. Ale Ye Akbars. Ale Ye Akbars. It's an itch. I don't need to blow it. It's an itch. She's fed up of me, itching my nose. But never mind. Question number 2. This is another little anagram for you to work out. Nice, easy one, this. This will suit you American friends and Canadian friends. Bedford Terror. Bedford Terror. That's B-E-D-F-O-R-D. Terror. T-E-R-R-O-R. Bedford Terror is an anagram of which famous actor who was born in 1936. It's a 2-word answer. So Bedford Terror is an anagram of which famous actor who was born in 1936. Special white powder up your nose. Yeah, it's making it tickle. Never mind. Thankfully, it wasn't white powder. It was more of a what colour is it, Ange? Natural. Apparently it's natural, whatever that is. Right, question number 3. It's an interesting one with a multiple choice answers. Written, this is one, Robin will get this straight away. He'll know this one. He'll have read the book. Written in 1940, what is a novel written by Michael Sadleir, which was a fictional exploration of prostitution in Victorian London? I'll give you the choice. Was it Fanny by Candlelight, Fanny by Gaslight, or was it Fanny by Striplight? Sorry. Oh dear, oh dear. So written in 1940, what is a novel written by Michael Sadleir, which was a fictional exploration of prostitution in Victorian London? I'll give you the choice. Was it Fanny by Candlelight, Fanny by Gaslight, or Fanny by Striplight? Sorry. I shouldn't laugh at my own silly questions. Never mind. There's only one possible answer which is correct there. If it's of any interest, the novel was later made into a film starring Stuart Granger and Phyllis Calvert. Not that I'm sure you're interested in that. Right, straight on then. Question number 4. The William Shakespeare play Hamlet, his longest, with over 30,557 words, is set in which European country? That's not too tricky. The William Shakespeare play Hamlet, his longest, with 30,557 words, is set in which European country? All this beer is going down well. What's that? Hail ye Akbars. So the letter is definitely F for question 3. Yes, you'll be pleased to know it's an F. Better be anyway. Oh no, it starts with an F. Sorry, question number 3 starts with an F. I need the full title. It's the F followed by the rest of it. Right, question number 5. When knocked out of Euro 2012 by Italy in a penalty shootout, both footballers who missed their penalty kicks for England shared what first name? That's a bit trickier. So when knocked out of Euro 2012 by Italy in a penalty shootout, both footballers who missed their penalty kicks for England shared what first name? Oh, Steph, by the way, all the questions are in the chat on the right-hand side, so you can just scroll back to question 1. Lydia's putting them on. R2-4 is round 2, question 4. R2-3, and so forth and so back. So you'll be able to find number 1 again if you just scroll back a bit. It's the one about straddling the border between Peru and Bolivia. I'm sure you'll find it. This is an initial letter link where the 9 general knowledge questions, question 10 asks you to take the first letters of the first 9 answers, rearrange them to spell out something else. You'll get the idea when we get to the end. So just get all 9 answers right first. Question number 6. Which US-born actor was godfather to actress Jennifer Aniston before his death in 1994? He also had a UK #1 hit with a cover version of a song written by David Gates of Bread. So question 6 again. Which US-born actor was godfather to actress Jennifer Aniston before his death in 1994? He also had a UK #1 hit with a cover version of a song written by David Gates of Bread. 2-word answer I'm after for that. Question number 7. How well do you know your star signs? Question number 7. Classified as a red supergiant, Antares is the lead star of which constellation, which happens to be a member of the zodiac? So classified as a red supergiant, Antares is the lead star of which constellation, which happens to be a member of the zodiac? Sorry, yeah, I've got another anagram. Too many anagrams tonight. Didn't have any the other day, did I? Never mind. Hope you enjoy anagrams, or at least can work them out. Oh, God, don't know it. Now I've missed. Aha! Now I've lost my place. What's that number? Sorry, I've just lost it. Never mind. Oh, right then. Question number 8. Surprise, surprise. Sorry about this. What What's this round next? Sorry, Johnny, I wasn't watching the. Oh, I think I've answered that one. Yes. Right. Question number 8 is another anagram. Sorry about this, but never mind. This is a well-known person. For when I pray. So just write down the words for, F-O-R, when, W-H-E-N, I, followed by the word pray. For when I pray is an anagram of which famous media executive, actress, talk show host, and philanthropist? You're probably looking American. For when I pray is an anagram for which famous media executive, actress, talk show host, and philanthropist? It's a 2-word answer I'm after with that one. If you're any good at anagrams, that should pop straight out. If you're not, you might be there looking at it for ages. Question number 9 is for all our Welsh friends who are taking part tonight. I always like putting a Welsh question in. What primary colour is the central dragon on the national flag of Wales? So what primary colour is the central dragon on the national flag of Wales? You might think that's obvious, but maybe not. Of course, Martin Davis will know this because he's probably got one hanging up in his lounge. Being a bit of a nationalist. Oh, let me think. Right. And finally, question number 10. Listen carefully. The first letters of the first words in the previous 9 answers can be rearranged to spell the first name of which medieval market town in the West Midlands? So the first letters of the first words in the previous 9 answers can be rearranged to spell the first name of which medieval market town in the West Midlands, not far from Rugby. And it's just 1 word, 9-letter answer I'm after. Right, I will give you a little bit of time with that one because there's 1 or 2 tricky ones there, and you might have to work some answers backwards from that. So, Steph, keep adding your scores up, and I will give you the answers to round number 2 in a minute. Just mark those that you get right and put your score down on the right-hand side at the end of the round. Pretty straightforward. So, have there been any other sightings of Dominic Cummings today? Hasn't been seen in Crick, perchance, or anything like that, visiting relatives or anything? Not that he'd have any relatives there, I'm sure, but never mind, he might do. Lydia, thank you, my darling. It's great having a helpful hand during these quiz things. My barmaid, yes. Making sure my glass is kept topped up between rounds, that's what we like to see. How are we doing, Ange? You all right for time? Right, would anybody else like a little bit more time? Just ask. Just put it down in the chat if you're going a bit too fast or a bit too slow. Just let me know. Right, I'll give you a minute. Okay, a minute from now, we'll call time on round 2. It is a bit tricky. However, with these initial letter links, if you can get the link at the end or the town, name of the town, it'll help you to make sure you've got all the previous 9 answers correct. So, has anybody been doing anything particularly special today? Anybody been out on their bikes today? Out for a picnic somewhere? Oh. We had a lovely bit of beef today for Sunday lunch. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Right then, that's your minute. So let's go back to the beginning of this round. Question number 1, of course, straddling the border between Peru and Bolivia in the Andes Mountains, what was the name of the world's highest navigable lake? That's Lake Titicaca. Lake Titicaca. Backo breakfast, bap in the park. Sounds very nice. Question number 2. Bedford Terror is an anagram of which famous actor who was born in 1936? It was a 2-word answer. Robert Redford. Robert Redford, pretty straightforward. Number 3, written in 1940. What is a novel written by Michael Sadleir, which was a fictional exploration of prostitution in Victorian London? I gave you the choice. Was it Fanny by Candlelight, Fanny by Gaslight, or Fanny by Striplight? It was, of course, Fanny by Gaslight. However else would you like to see? No. Question number 4. The William Shakespeare play Hamlet is set in Denmark. Number 5. Of course, it was Ashley Cole and Ashley Young who missed penalties in the shootout. So Ashley was the word I was after. Number 6 was Telly Savalas, the US-born actor, godfather to Jennifer Aniston. He also had that UK #1 hit with If, which was a cover version of a song written by David Gates of Bread. Number 7, the red supergiant Antares you would find in Scorpio, or Scorpius, as it's actually known, but never mind. Number 8, it was Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey that I wanted, that media executive, actress, and talk show host. Number 9, the primary colour I was after was red, of course, the Welsh flag. And if you rearrange the letters of those, you ended up with Stratford, which, of course, is the first word in Stratford upon Avon. So it's Stratford I was after. Well done if you got those. So Chilly Willy cycled 15 miles with no electrical assistance. That's pretty good. That probably equates to about 30 miles with electrical assistance, Chilly. So well done. Right, some scores coming in. We've got Harry, Julie and Ian on 19. We've got Sarah with 18. We've got Quizzy Rascals on 19. Martin Davis on 19. Ian Miller, 9. But he didn't do round 1, I don't think. Michelle Gibbons with an 18. We've got Great White with a 17. We've got Stuart Cole with an 18. Anthony Pugh with an 18. Thomas Cunningham with a 20. We have Helen Stephen Valentine on 18. Roger Griffiths on 17. We've got the famous 5 on 20. Mark Gallanter on 15. Chris Beck on 19. Graham Gifford at 18. Anthony Ridgway even 17. We got Diane Alexa on, the Scousers and Scots on 19. Donna Brown, Mia Matt on 17 and a half. Ian James and Don Quizzotti on 19. We've got Frank Sawley and the Booby Prize Girls. They've got more than that, but never mind. Squeaky Bob on 19. Squeaky Bobber on 19. Andrew Lewis is on 18. Brian Felmer's on 18. We've got the Rugby Rotary Club are on 18. Faye's on 15. Total PRS are on 19. Good score there. Pick a Mixer on 19. Foreskins on 18. Bond again on 16. Leslie Barrett. We have Cummings and Goings on 16. Mike Yates are on 18. Greg Pugh on 16. Alex Brown on 15. We have, who else have we got here? Rudolph Watches on 20. We have Steph has got 4. Got to have more than that, plus the previous round. Got John on 18. Chris Parker on 19. Katie Partridge definitely on 20. Nicky Bowers, 11. I don't believe it. Oh dear. Jenny Graham and friends are on 18. Keith Abbas, Ali Akbars on 20. Great score there. Carol Jackson, sorry, we actually got 17. Or did you say 16, 17, or 18? Mike Yates, sorry, he miscounted on 17. That's probably because I keep putting the questions in the wrong order or something. Grant Gifford, Rita's gone out. Oh dear. And Mick Roberts on 16. So then, some great scores there. We've got a couple of teams with 20 out of 20 at the moment. 2, 3 teams, I think. So let's keep it up. Let's see how well we can do with round number 3. Now, round number 3 tonight. The last 3 letters of answer number 1 are the first 3 letters of answer number 2, all the way through. Pretty straightforward this round. It was one I did last week. You seemed to like it, so I've done it again. So then, this starts nice and easy, gets tough in the middle, and then gets easy again. So wait a minute, we've got some more scores coming in. We've got Chilly Willy with 18. We've got Harry, Julian Ian on 19. Sarah's on 18. Quizzy Rascals on 19. Marvis Davis on 19. We've got Michelle on 18. Great White 17. Stuart Cole on 18. Anthony Pugh on 18. Sorry, am I going through them all again? I must be. Never mind. Right. I won't, no. Right, here we go then. Round number 3, the last 3 letters of answer number 1 are the first 3 letters of answer number 2, and so on and so forth. So question number 1, what nationality is the fashion designer and businesswoman Donatella Francesca Versace? So what nationality is the fashion designer and businesswoman Donatella Francesca Versace? Right then, take the last 3 letters of that nationality, and it's the first 3 letters of question number 2, which is a 2-word answer. Born on the 28th of May 1908, who was an English author, journalist, and naval intelligence officer who is best known for his series of spy novels. So, born on the 28th of May 1908, who was an English actor, author, journalist, and naval intelligence officer who is best known for his series of spy novels. I said actor there, he's not an actor at all. Well, he probably did do a bit of acting, but he's not known for that. That's a 2-word answer. So I need you to take the last 3 letters of that answer. You might already be able to work out question number 3, or the answer to number 3. So, question number 3, what name is given to a piece of relatively pure material, usually metal, that is cast into a shape suitable for further processing? So, what name is given to a piece of relatively pure material, usually metal, that is cast into a shape suitable for further processing? That's a 1-word answer with not many letters. Pretty straightforward so far, I think. Pretty straightforward so far. Question number 4. This will help if you worked in a hi-fi shop, especially in the CD department. Question number 4, literally meaning Twilight of the Gods. What is the title of the last in Richard Wagner's Ring Cycle of 4 musical dramas? It's a 1-word answer, although it is German. So literally meaning Twilight of the Gods. What is the title of the last in Richard Wagner's Ring Cycle of 4 music dramas? Yeah, that's a bit testing, but never mind. Sure, most of you will get that. There's plenty of you that will know that one, or at least will have heard of it. Question number 5, I'm after a plural answer. A plural answer. Question number 5, what term roughly means being hooved and refers to any members of a diverse polyphyletic group of large mammals? So question 5 again, what term roughly means being hooved and refers to any members of a diverse polyphyletic group of large mammals? Good word, polyphyletic. I had to look that one up. Must use it a bit more. Still don't know what it means, but never mind. Yes, plural, please, Robin. Right, take the last three letters of that plural answer, and it'll be the first three letters of your next answer. Question number 6. What name is given to a person who has written and executed a last will and testament that is in effect at the time of his or her death? It is basically any person who makes a will. So question number 6 is one word answer. What name is given to a person who has written and executed a last will and testament that is in effect at the time of his or her death? It is basically any person who makes a will. It's a one word answer. No doubt Matthew's going to correct me on this one, but never mind, that's the way I've written it. I did say male or female. Does it make a difference? Well, it must do. Oh, that looks male to me. Looks pretty male to me, Matthew. Yeah, I knew I'd get corrected. Yes, we're looking for a male answer for that one, I think. Not that I'm sure, but never mind. It sounds about right. Question number 7. This will put you back on track. Question number 7. What name is given to a rapidly rotating column of air that is in contact with both the surface of the Earth and a cumulonimbus cloud? Cumulonimbus, yeah. Cumulonimbus. I know that's not an easy thing to pronounce this time of night. Never mind. So question 7 again. What name is given to a rapidly rotating column of air that is in contact with both the surface of the Earth and a cumulonimbus cloud? I'm glad I'm not a weatherman. Now, do remember to take the last three letters of the previous answer. It's the first three letters of that one. Question number 8 is just a connection. Question number 8. What one word can precede the words child, son, and name? I'll put two ands in there, but don't need one. So question 8 again. What one word can precede the words child, son, and name? Remember to use the last three letters of the previous word to help you with that one. Pick a mix 19. That's great score. Pick a mix. You're staying on 19 this round or what? You've already put your score in. Question number 9. Who is an American actor and producer who played the lead character Sam Malone on the NBC sitcom Cheers and also appeared in the film Three Men and a Baby in 1987? That's a two-word answer. So what is the American actor and producer who played the lead character Sam Malone on the NBC sitcom Cheers and also appeared in the film Three Men and a Baby in 1987? Remember to use the three letters from the previous answer. It gives you the first three letters of this answer. That's a two-word answer, by the way. I need his first answer. And finally, in this dead easy round, question number 10. Literally meaning a little song. What name is given to a 14-line poem with a variable rhyme scheme originating in Italy and brought to England by Sir Thomas Wyatt and Henry Woodward, Earl of Surrey in the 16th century? So literally meaning little song. What name is given to a 14-line poem with a variable rhyme scheme originating in Italy and brought to England by Sir Thomas Wyatt and Henry Howard, Earl of Surrey in the 16th century? You don't need all the last bit there, to be fair. In other words, what name's given to a 14-line poem? And you need to use the last 3 letters of the previous answers. Oh yeah, put the big lights on, dude. Sorry, of course I haven't got half the lights on, have I? Stick the plugs on, that's better. Right, get a bit more light in this room, that's better. That doesn't show my nose up so red. Right, I'll give you a minute to work those out. Do remember to take the last 3 letters of each answer is the first 3 letters of the next answer, all the way down, 1 to 10. Number 10 does not, unfortunately, go back to number 1. That would be very difficult with 3 letters. No, it doesn't go back to number 1, Shelley. That'd be too difficult to do with a 3-letter answer, I think. Well, it would. It's hard enough with 1, let alone 3. So straight from 1, straight through to number 10, okay? I'll give you a minute to work those out because that was not the easiest round in the world. Thank you. So, Chilly Willy, you were telling me you'd done, how many miles did you do on your bike? 15? That's pretty good, actually. It's pretty impressive. Where did you go? Did you go very far away? Did you have a little leisure ride that you go on? We went out to Rupert's View the other day on our bike. That was on, when did we go out? Wednesday. Rupert's View. I don't know who Rupert was, but it was something to do with the English Civil War, the Battle of Naseby. Because Rupert's View was opposite Fairfax's View, the other side, which is a couple of miles away. Obviously squaring up for a fight, but never mind. Right then, are we ready to do some marking after round 3, or do we need another minute to work them out? Just let me know, please. Do let me know. Just go into the canals. You cycle along the canals. That's fair enough. That's actually quite a good game. I always loved as a kid to cycle along canals. Me and my brother used to cycle miles along canal footpaths, especially when we used to go through the tunnel at Newbold. That was always good fun on your bike. You couldn't see where the hell you were going, but never mind. It's a shame that they haven't improved the quality of the footpaths really on the canals. It's pretty good out at the boat at Stockton, and that way that's a pretty good path. But other than that, not many canal paths that are very good. Right then, are we ready for some answers? Are we ready for some answers? Here we go then. Question number 1. What nationality is the fashion designer and businesswoman Donatella Francesca Versace? That's Italian. That gives you the IAN, of course, for Ian Fleming, that English author, who, of course, wrote the James Bond novels. That gave you the ING for that piece, cast piece of metal is called an ingot. That gave you the GOT for Götterdämmerung, which of course was the 4th in Richard Wagner's Ring Cycle, Götterdämmerung. Well done if you got that, because that was difficult. That gave you the UNG for ungulates, hooven animals, mammals. It's quite a wide-ranging thing, ungulates. When I started looking at it, I thought it was just hooves, but it's not. It's a bit more complex than that, so I thought I'd try and make God knows. But ungulates was what I was after. That gave you the TES for a testator, somebody that's made a will. I don't know what the female equivalent of a testator, probably a testatress, I expect, but I don't know. That gave you the TOR for a tornado, of course, which is a rapidly rotating column of air. That gave you the AOD for adopted, as in an adopted child, an adopted son, and an adopted name, that one word. That gave you the TED, of course, TED, for Ted Danson, who was that American actor, producer. He played Sam Malone in Cheers, and he appeared in 3 Men and a Baby. That, in turn, gave you the SON for a sonnet, of course, which is better known in, it comes from the word little song, and it's a 14-line poem, is a sonnet. A textratix. What's that? Textratix. Well done. Have you got testrix? Oh, well done, everywhere. Right, we've got some great scores coming in. We've got Gorbachev Ilyev with Yukon Chukun. We've got Chili Willy with 28. Very good. Michelle with 28. Martin Davis, 28. With Sarah with 25. Don Quizzoto, 29. We've got Donna Brown on 24.5. We've got Squeaky Pop, 29. Forskins on 27. Mike Yates, 27. Scouts and Scots on 29. Stuart Colwell on 26. Anthony Ridgway, 27. PRS on 29. Antipute, 26. We've got Comings and Goings on 27. We've got Roger Grives, 26. Great White on 27. We have Kate Partridge on 30. Fantastic score. Leslie Barrett, that can't be right. We've got John O'Rourke on 30. Farmers Old on New on 28. Chris Beak on 28. We also have Graham Gifford on 28. Greg Hughes on 24. Ian Miller, 15 after 2. That's pretty good going. Jenny Graham and Friends on 27. Alex Brown on 23. Nicky Bowers on 20. Mick Roberts on 24. Little Screen, I got 5. I only just joined. Oh, well, that's a shame. Never mind. You can carry on. We'll get to the end and then see how you fare. Fame at Sawley and the Booby Prize Girls on 23. Pig and Mix on 28. Very good. Rudolph Watchers on 30. Thomas Grenigan on 30. Leslie Barrett, oops, on 24. Chili Willy, what's that? Lawyer Sif. That's fair. Harry Cage, Harry Julian in on 28. We got Thomas Grenigan and Ice Ice Baby on 30. Keith Abbas. Alia Akbars on 29. Paula Lewis with the Quizzy Rascals on 29 points. So I expect a few more coming in as we get into round 4, but very good. Now, round number 4 is a mystery letter round. All the answers, pretty straightforward. They all start with the same letter. However, I don't tell you what the letter is, so you need to work it out. We start off with some relatively tricky ones, and then they get easier, which will give you the letter, and then you can try and work backwards, obviously. So here we go then. We've got 3 teams, I think, at the moment with 30 points. We've got 2 or 3 teams on 29 points. We've got a couple on 28. 27s is very good. So anybody up there has got a chance of winning the quiz tonight. So round number 4 is called a mystery letter round. So listen carefully. You might even be able to work this out without even thinking about it. Question number 1. What is the name of the lawyer who never loses a case in the Flintstones? The character is based on another American fictional criminal defense lawyer who was originally portrayed by Raymond Burr. Now, there's a good one. So what is the name of the lawyer who never loses a case in the Flintstones? The character is based on another American fictional criminal defense lawyer who was originally portrayed by Raymond Burr. I can hear the phones dinging. That's a 2-word answer. I'm after a 2-word answer. I might give you half if you get close with that. We'll see. Question number 2. This is a 3-word answer. What is a 1949 British comedy film made by Ealing Studios? It tells the story of an area of London which declares itself to still be a legal part of Burgundy. Now, what is a 1949 British comedy film made by Ealing Studios? It tells the story of an area of London which declares itself to still be a legal part of Burgundy. So it's still Mick Roberts 24, Elizabeth Green. I got 5. I only just joined. Well, you did very well to do that. Some late scores coming in. We have Faye with Booby Prize Girls on 23. We've got Pick a Mix on 28. Bonus points for best team name. Yes, we can have a bonus point for that, or half a point. But I'll have to judge that later. Question number 3. This is an interesting question. This is an old Chase question, but it's been rearranged a little bit. I have a few silly ones from time to time. So this is a silly question. Question number 3. What was the name of the section of the River Cherwell in Oxford formerly reserved for nude male bathing? I'll give you the choice. Was it Parson's Pleasure, Cleric's Comfort, or rector's recreation. It gets better. So question number 3 again. What was the name of the section of the River Cherwell in Oxford formerly reserved for nude male bathing? I'll give you the choice. Was it Parson's Pleasure, Cleric's Comfort, or or Rector's Recreation? It's got to be one of those. That is a stupid question at the best of times. Never mind. Do remember, each of your answers should start with the same letter. So unless they start with the same letter, you might have got it wrong. We'll see. Question number 4 might put you on track, might not do, but never mind. This is for all you sports people. Not counting own goals, who became the first goalkeeper to score a goal in the English Premier League when he did so in 2001 for Aston Villa? So not counting own goals, who became the first goalkeeper to score a goal in the English Premier League when he did so in 2001 for Aston Villa? I hope I got that right. I'll soon be told off if I got that one wrong. Question number 5 is a two-word answer. Two-word answer. Which 91-year-old dame played Hyacinth Bucket in the sitcom Keeping Up Appearances? I didn't realise she was 91 years old, but it only goes to show that time flies. So which 91-year-old dame played Hyacinth Bucket in the sitcom Keeping Up Appearances? It's a two-word answer I'm after. Do remember, all your answers have got to start with the same letter, so that may well have given it away for you. You can take that bit in brackets out, it's in the next one. So question number 6, which 1973 film starring Steve McQueen sees the character Henri Charrière repeatedly try to escape from prison? No, you're right. She wasn't 91 when she played HB. But she is now, apparently. You've got to be a bit careful with these ages and things. So question 6 again. Which 1973 film starring Steve McQueen sees the character Henri Charrière repeatedly try to escape from prison? Yeah, it gives away. It does give away. Yes, you're right. I had to try and sneak it in somewhere. It's a shame if you made a very good guess with that one. There were a couple it couldn't have been, though, surely. Right, question number 7. This is an interesting one. This is something I used to watch and always used to amuse me, but never mind. In the TV series Minder, what slang word did Arthur Daly often use to describe the local enforcement officers? So it's a one-word answer. So in the TV series Minder, what slang word did Arthur Daly often use to describe the local law enforcement officers? That was funny. Now then, yeah, the red light. Yeah, very red tonight. No, definitely not. I think that's done well, actually. The makeup tonight is looking good. I hope Ian sees that I've got my stylish George shirt on with my flamingos. What's the collective noun for flamingos? Come on, everybody. First up. I think I know it, but I'm not sure. What's that? Oh, did he notice my shirt? Question number 8. Listen carefully. Well done, Ian. Question number 8. I don't believe you. You're not the truth. No one could look as good as you are lyrics from which famous song first released in 1964? Donna's got it right. It's a flamboyance of flamingos, I'm sure. That's what I would have put. No, flock of seagulls. I am. Sorry. Question 8 again. I don't believe you. You're not the truth. No one could look as good as you are the lyrics from which famous song first released in 1964? Flamingos. A flock of flamingos. Could be a flock of flamingos. I'm sure it's flamboyance. Has anybody else got flamboyance? Flamboyance of flamingos. Question number 9. Nice easy one this. Who is the love of Adrian's life in the Adrian Mole series of books by Sue Townsend? So question 9 again. Who is the love of Adrian's life in the Adrian Mole series of books by Sue Townsend? And final number 10, for all you people from Cambridge tonight. I think we've only got one team from Cambridge, but never mind, that might help. Question number 10, with elements later adopted by the Football Association, what was the area in Cambridge that students first posted rules for the game back in 1848? I'll give you the choice. Was it Parker's Piece, Parsonage Way, or Peddler's Yard? So which elements later adopted by the Football Association, with elements later adopted by the Football Association, what was the area in Cambridge that students first posted rules for the game back in 1848? I'll give you the choice. Was it Parker's Piece, Parsonage Way, or Peddler's Yard? There is, in fact, a statue there to commemorate this, apparently. It helps if you live in Cambridge, but as there's only one team here tonight that is in Cambridge, I think, or maybe two. We'll see. Now, do remember all your answers. I hope you got the idea of this. We know that one. Well done, Graham. I'm sure you've seen the memorial, or whatever it is. Do remember all your answers got to start with the same letter. So if you've got 9 with the same letter and 1 without, either that one's right or the rest are wrong. So it's up to you. There's a couple of tough ones in there, and I'll be a bit lenient on 1 or 2, but we'll see. Yes, Graham Gifford and the gang know that one because, of course, they live in Cambridge. So certainly if they walk down whatever yard they sorry, no, I didn't mean to say that. If they walk down that way or whatever it is, they should know. Right, do you need any more time? Does anybody need more time to work these out? Just let me know. Put it in the chat. I'll give you another minute if needs be. Otherwise, we'll go straight on with the answers. Right, any more time? Do we need any more time? Just let me know quickly. Otherwise, I'll start giving you the answers. We're okay, are we? Right then, number 1, I will be lenient with number 1. I will give you half a point if you get close. So question 1, what is the name of the lawyer who never loses a case in the Flintstones? Ian Miller says no. Does that mean you want a bit more time, Ian? I'll give you another minute. Oh, that means they don't need any more time. In which case, I'll get on with it then. Right, we're carrying on. So what is the name of the lawyer that never loses a case in the Flintstones? He's called Perry Masonry. Perry Masonry. Now, if you put Perry Mason, that's only half a mark. If you put Perry, it's only half a mark. It's Perry Masonry. Well done if you work that out. Question number 2 was Passport to Pimlico. Passport to Pimlico, that 1949 British comedy film. Number 3, of course, it couldn't have been Rectors of Recreation, surely, because I was laughing too much, or Cleric's Comfort. It was Parson's Pleasure, of course, which was given away once you got the letters. Number 4 was that goalkeeper, Peter Schmeichel. Well done if you got that. Number 5, of course, most people would have got Patricia Routledge. Number 6, he was known as Papillon. Papillon. Got rid of him from France, never to be released from wherever he went to, somewhere in the Central America, somewhere I can't remember. French Guiana, that's what it was, sorry. Number 7, in the TV series Minder, what slang word did Arthur Daly often use to describe the local law enforcement officers? He called them plod, of course. Number 8, I don't believe you. You are not the truth. No one could look as good as you. They're lyrics from the 1964 song Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison. Number 9, who is the love of Adrian's life in Adrian Mole's series of books by Sue Townsend? That was Pandora. And finally, number 10, with elements later adopted by the Football Association. Where was it? Parker's Piece, Parsonage Way, or Pedlar's Yard? It was Parker's Piece, of course. Parker's Piece. Well done if you got that. Right then, let's have some scores in after round number 4 before we go into round number 5, which is a connections round. Let's see how you've all fared. Parker's Piece, Cambridge Beer Festival, should be there somewhere. We got Michel and the gang on 34. We got Don Quixote, very respectable 37. We got the Rugby Rotary Club, 37.5 points. That's very good. Chris Speaker and the gang on 38. Ian Miller's on 22, messing around. Anthony Ridgway on 32.5. Squeaky Pod, 38. The Famous 5 on 38. John Brown, 30.5. Nicky Bowers on 29. We got Faye McSorley on the gang. Booby Girls, Briars Girls on 36. We got just going off the screen here. Got Jenny Graham and friends on 36. Martin Davis, very respectable, 37. Graham Gifford, 36.5. Mike Yates on 35. Chili Willie, 7 plus equals 35. We've got Harry Cage, Julian, Ian on 38. John's on 29. We have Roger. Oops, what's that to my screen? Oh, sorry. Right, we got oh good blobber, where have we got to now? Lost out. Sorry. We got John W, 29, Roger Griffiths, 31, Anthony Pew's on 33, Brian Farmer and the Farmers Hole New on 35. We've got Andrew Lewis on 32, Sarah's on 33. Ian Townsend and the Foreskins are on a fantastic 35 points. We've got Matthew Blood PRS, 37.5 points. We've got Great White on 33. We've got Scousers and Scots on 37.75. God knows how they got that, but never mind. Got Carol Jackson, Cummings and Goings on 35. Greg Pew's on 31. Mark Gannington's on 32. We've got Jenny Graham and friends. Sue got 2 right. She's delighted. Fantastic. Helen Steve Valentine on 34.5. We've got Thomas Cronigan, Ice Baby on 38.5. Stuart Colwell on 34. Alex Brown on 31. We've got Kate Bargett on 29. Paula Lewis and the Quizzy Rascals on 39 points. That's some going. Pickamix on 36. Got Leslie Barrett, Crash and Burn on 30. Graham Gifford, Beer Festival is on Jesus Green. You're right, not Parker's Piece. Nicky Bowers, what? Do you have to walk through Parker's Piece? I can't remember. Chris Meat, Rudolph's Watches on 39.5 points. Chris Peckard on 31. We got Al Yakbars on 37 points. So some great scores there, all to play for with 2 rounds to go. We've now got 118 people logged on watching the team. What's that? Yeah, it's near there. I can't remember where Parker's Piece is, but I'll have a look on the map. Mick Roberts on a fantastic 36 points out of a possible 40. That's some great scores. Most people have only dropped 2 or 3 points. I know that Perry Masonry was not easy, that one, not unless you watch the Flintstones regularly, but never mind. Right, I'll just stop my stopwatch because it's on 5 minutes. Right, connection jam. Now, listen carefully. There are 2 sets of 4 questions, which are general knowledge questions. where question 5 and question 10 asks for the connections between the previous 4 answers. So it's a connections round. So you're looking for a connection somewhere between the 4 questions that I will ask you. And I will ask with question 5, what is the connection between the previous 4 answers? So it's 2 sets of 4 connections. Okay, here we go then. Question number 1. Listen carefully. In 2019, which fashion retailer announced it was shutting down 230 of its stores worldwide and splitting off its Old Navy brand into a standalone company? It's a one-word answer. So in 2019, which fashion retailer announced it was shutting down 230 of its stores worldwide and splitting off its Old Navy brand into a standalone company? It's a one-word answer. What Question number 2. What word goes before song, man, and rules to give the titles of UK top 10 hit singles by Howard Jones, Ed Sheeran, and Dua Lipa? So what word goes before song, man, and rules to give the titles of UK top 10 hit singles by Howard Jones, Ed Sheeran, and Dua Lipa? I'm sure Emma will get that one. Come on, Emma. You know all Dua Lipa songs. No pressure, of course. Question number 3, pretty straightforward, but you might not have heard of it. What 4-letter word is commonly used as the collective noun for a group of leopards? So what 4-letter word is commonly used as the collective noun for a group of leopards? This atomic beer is going down really well tonight. I know a number of you are drinking atomic beer. The atomic lockdown's going down well. And of course, for every one that is bought, we are selling them in 18-pint containers. So bag-in-box containers, 18 pints. We are giving £5 towards the NHS. We've already raised £500 over the last few weeks. And hopefully with next week, we will see whether we can take that up a little bit further. So if any of you quizzos that live in rugby, fancy, you've got to live within the rugby boundary somewhere, fancy some atomic lockdown, we will have some next week. Just look on Facebook. Keith always puts the advert for the atomic beers on Facebook, and you can message him if you want to order some. Question number 4. What word went before programme in the name of the BBC radio station that was rebranded as Radio 2 in 1967? So what word went before programme in the name of the BBC radio station that was rebranded as Radio 2 in 1967? Faye said, which of your beers is your favourite, Nick? Well, I suppose our biggest seller is our Atomic Strike. The problem with Atomic Strike, it's very hoppy, and a lot of people don't like particularly hoppy beers. And a lot of people like a mid-range kind of beer, which isn't too hoppy, not too bitter, not too sweet, not too strong, not too weak, you know. Middle of the road always seems to be the answer. And finally, question number 5, of course, what is the connection between those previous 4 answers? So you should have 4 answers, What is the connection between the previous 4 answers? I wish we could ship it, but never mind. No is the word. They come in 18. Problem we have the containers. When you fill the containers, and of course, bagging boxes are in plastic rather than metal, and they expand and they get bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you put one of them in the post, by the time it got to you, it'd have blown up. What's that? Yes, we've swapped with Lincoln Brewers. Yeah, Lincoln Green. Yeah, we swap regularly with a company called Lincoln Green, which is your way. Jen, I'm sure you are. I know, Robin, you do like your dark beers. I hope you tried our magnificent, whatever it was, which I can't remember the name of. Dark beer at Christmas. And that sold particularly well. Right then, we'll go straight on to question number 6. Question number 6, are you ready? Which London borough is also the surname of the main character from the TV sitcom The Office? So, which London borough is also the surname of the main character from the TV sitcom The Office? Oh, Robin, yeah. A lot of people like beers that don't taste. Did you try the Atomic Blackout? You would have loved that. Ideal for you. And it's a shame you didn't try it, because if you didn't, we'll see. Cotswold Spirits, but I think we have actually. Cotswold Spirits, yeah. Question number 7. Of the 7 countries that make up the G7, what is the least populated? That's a tricky question. So, of the 7 countries that make up the G7, what is the least populated? That's not an easy question, though, is it? I'm sure some of our teams will know that tonight. Especially if you live there. Question number 8, dead easy this one. Which small sea creature that sticks tightly and in large numbers to rocks on the bottoms of boats and ships features in the name of the theme tune of the TV show Blue Peter? So, which small sea creature that sticks tightly and in large numbers to rocks and the bottoms of boats features in the name of the theme tune of the TV show Blue Peter? We definitely have to go into dry dock to get them all scraped off, these little blighters, but never mind. That's a one-word answer I'm after. Question number 9. It's one my brother Greg will love this one, and so will Keith. What nationality is footballer Mo Salah, who was named African Footballer of the Year for both 2017 and 2018? So question 9 again, what nationality is footballer Mo Salah, who was named African Footballer of the Year for both 2017 and 2018? And finally, what is the connection between the previous 4 answers? So what is the connection between the previous 4 answers? That's 6 through to 10. It's a single word that connects those, and it's a single word that connects the previous four as well. Right, I'll give you a minute to work those out. They're always tricky connections, Jam, because you always get one missing or two missing. How the hell are we going to work that one? Anyway, Robin, you haven't told me, did you try the Atomic Blackout? You would have loved it. Just up your alley, that was. Althea Stolt, hello. Hello to you too. Miss Sarah. We're halfway through the quiz. We are at round number 5 out of 6. Oh, Steph's back. Evening, Steph. Israel. Sorry, Stuart. Part 1 or part 2 of that round? Keep looking at it. See whether you can get any closer. No matter. Come on, Stuart. You've got a clever brain there. Put it to use. There we go. Oh dear. Right then, let's just go back to the. Do we need any of those again, or are we happy? Just go for a gander. Nice one, Ian. No, you could have left that. You could have left that. That might have helped a few people, but never mind. Right then, here we go. These were 2 sets of 4 questions, not the easiest in the world, with a connection between the previous 4 answers. So number 1, 2019, which fashion retailer announced it was shutting down 230 of its stores worldwide, splitting off its Old Navy brand into a standalone company? It was a 1-word answer, and it was Gap, G-A-P, Gap. Number 2, what word goes before Song, Man and Rules to give the title to UK top 10 hit singles by Howard Jones, Ed Sheeran and Dua Lipa? That was new, N-E-W. Number 3, what 4-letter word is commonly used for a collective noun for a group of leopards? That's a leap of leopards, a leap of leopards. And number 4, what word went before programme in the name of a BBC radio station that was rebranded as Radio 2 in 1967? That was the Light programme. Oh, we've got some twat, Christian Bullock, being a bit of a twat. Yeah. Question number 5. What was the connection between the previous 4 answers where we had light, leap, new, and gap? And the 1 word that connected those was, of course, year. Gap year, new year, leap year, and light year. So well done if you got that. Right, question number 6. Which London borough is also the surname of the main character from TV sitcom The Office? It was Brent, as in David Brent. Number 7 of the 7 countries that make up the G7. Which is the least populated? Well, I hope our friends from Toronto got that. That's Canada. Canada. Well done if you got that. Number 8, of course, those things that stick to the bottom of the boats are barnacles, as in Barnacle Bill, the song. Number 9, the nationality of the footballer Mo Salah. He's Egyptian. And, of course, if you put those together, the connection between the previous 4 answers, they're species of goose. A Brent goose, a Canada goose, a Barnacle goose, and an Egyptian goose. So well done if you got that. Very good indeed. Right, got Donna Brown, me and Matt on 39.5 points. We have Don Quixote, 47. That's excellent. Roger Griffiths on 38. And they're coming in hard and fast now. Sorry, got one or two people that I've had to delete off the site. Never mind. We've got Squeaky Bob with 47. Great White Hope. They got the Canada question with 43. Chili Willy, 6 on that one. Yeah, you obviously didn't get one of the connections there. Chili, never mind. 41. Ian Miller with 32. We've got Anthony Ridgway, 42.5. Andrew Lewis with 38 points. Sorry, I've just lost the feed there. Never mind. 38 points. We've got Stuart Colwell with 41. Not too bad, Stuart. We've got the Famous Five on a fantastic 46 points. We've got the Rugby Road Club, 47.5 points. Graham Gifford, 45.5 points. That's very good. Michelle Gibbons with 43. Very good there. Mike Yates, 39. Exceptional. Chris Spake, 47 points. Matthew Blood on 47.5 points. Sarah's. Oh, my God. Wait a minute. It's just gone off again. Got Sarah on 42 points. Anthony, my brother Ant, on 50 points. So we've got 40 points even. Jenny Graham and friends on 45. We've got Foreskins on 44. Carol Jackson, Comings and Goings on 43 points. Faye and the Booby Prize girls on 37 points. We have Helen and Steve Valentine, 41.5. Greg Hughes on 39 points. He's been pipped by his brother Anthony by 1 point at the moment. We have the Farmers, old and new, on 42 points. We've got Leslie Barrett is not improving on 38 points. We've got John W. Well done, John. On 36 points. Nicky Bowers on 38 points. We've got Scousers and Scotsmen on 46.75 points. God knows where that's come from. Harry Julian in on 48 points. Very respectable. We've got the Quizzy Rascals also on 48 points. Mark Gannerton, well played Mark, on 40 points. Martin Davis on 44. Chris Meads on the gap, 49.5 for Rudolph Watchers. Pickett Mix on 44. We got Alham. Hello. They're not on anything at the moment. Hello to them. Anyway, Alex Brown on 39. We've got Ali Akbar's on 45 points. Chris Pickard on 38. Great Wake. Steve's gone for a pee. Oh, right. Does that mean we need a break before going to the last round? Now, the last round tonight, everybody, is general trivia. It appears we have 48s, 49s. There's some great scores in there. There's some great scores. So let's see whether we can improve on that. The last round tonight is called General Trivia, whereby 10 general knowledge questions, which are a bit obscure, more for real quizaholics than anything else, but never mind. What's that? I haven't gone around to the bottom. I'll go right to brown. So much printing. Subscribers will only get your videos, John. Well, we'll see. Okay, yeah. Yes, that one needs blocking quickly. Yes. That's all right, I'm typing that quickly. Sorry, we've got a few people just adding to the chat, which we don't really want, but never mind. Not interested in the quiz. They're more interested in just spoiling things or adding things for their own amusement. But never mind. Right then, Mick Roberts on a fantastic 38 points. Right then, we have 122 teams at the moment taking part in tonight's quiz, so it's probably a bit of a record. Thank you all for turning out. I'm sorry the quiz has been so dismal tonight, but never mind. It's been some interesting questions. Right, here we go then. Question number 1, this is the last round, which is basically round number 6. These are all just general trivia questions. Number 1 is a lyric from a song. So this is how it goes. I can't let no more of your darkness. All my pictures seem to fade to black and white are the opening lines of the first verse of which famous song, which is charted on numerous occasions. So question number 1 again. I can't light no more of your darkness. All my pictures seem to fade to black and white are the opening lines of the first verse of which famous song, which is charted on numerous occasions. think the second line's the most obvious there. First line's a bit awkward. I don't need the artist, but just the name of the song would be great. Question number 2. Created by Bob Thomas in 1971, Creeper is generally regarded as the first ever what? That's a tricky one. So, created by Bob Thomas in 1971, Creeper is generally regarded as the first ever what? Not easy. Use your brains. You should be able to come up with an answer for that one. Dear God. Don't get any better my questions. Question number 3. This is a bit of a laugh, but never mind. I was laughing before I ask it, but never mind. Question number 3. You always have to have one of these every week just to keep you on your toes. According to the latest scientific research, would you find more moons orbiting Uranus, or would you find more rings orbiting Uranus? That's a stupid question. So, according to the latest scientific research, would you find more moons orbiting Uranus, or would you find more rings orbiting Uranus? Because it doesn't become funny if you change the name to Uranus. It doesn't make any fun at all, you know. But of course, we were brought up in the 60s and 70s when it was properly named Uranus. There we have it. So have you got more moons or have you got more rings? That's all we want to know. Stupid question. Question number 4. What one word can precede Alaska and go after the words half and potato? So what one word can precede Alaska and go after the words half and potato? That is to form a 2-word phrase, of course. Yes, Bume-Hole was found to be, as Robin Miller has pointed out, Bume-Hole was pointed out to be a moon orbiting, was that Jupiter, I think, at the time. Bume-Hole. Question number 5 for all you football fans. This is one for you to work out. Name the only football team to have played in the English Premier League with a name ending in a G. I'm sure my brother has watched them a few times. So name the only football team to have played in the English Premier League with a name ending in the letter G. Yes, all right, before potato. Sorry, I knew I was going to get that one wrong. Perhaps I didn't read that well enough. Let's have a look. Yeah, you're right. Well spotted. I was wondering when somebody had pointed that one out for me, and I what? Bit of double dutch. Hello, Alexander. I hope you're enjoying it. Have you joined the quiz in the very last round? But never mind. Yes, I do, Donna. Sorry. Yes. Before potato. Sorry. Never mind. What's that? Why acting like Jim? Oh dear. Welcome. Right, where the hell have we got to? Right, question number 6. In 1991, the US announced the start of a military operation called Operation Desert Storm to expel occupying Iraqi forces from which country? There's a good one. So in 1991, the US announced the start of a military operation called Operation Desert Storm to expel occupying Iraqi forces from which country? If it's any help, I spent my birthday there once. On the 24th of December, great place to stay. My wife's looking completely bamboozled with that one. Right, we've only got 3 more questions to go. No, 4 questions to go. Sorry, can't count. Alexandra has subscribed to my channel. Nice to see you, Alexander. I hope you enjoy the rest of the quiz. You'll have to, we do 2 quizzes, one on a Wednesday night, one on a Sunday night, same time. It's normally 100 hours for 2015 GMT. Or no, it's not actually GMT. We're on BST at the moment, aren't we? Sorry. Anyway, it's 20 for 2015. You'll find the idea. Question number 7, dead easy this one. First appearing in 1927. Which of the following was an early Disney cartoon character? I'm going to give you the choices. Was it Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, Percy the Prosperous Pig, or Olive the Lazy Cow? Sorry. Well, it could have been. Bit of a clue for the wife. It might have been. She had no idea where I've been, Shelley. Dear, oh dear. So, first appearing in 1927, which of the following was an early Disney cartoon character? I'll give you the choice. Was it Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, Percy the Prosperous Pig, or was it Olive the Lazy Cow? Come on, you surely all know that one. It was around for quite a while, actually, nearly 10 years, apparently. Well, nice to see you anyway, Alex. If you like quizzes, you might like to join an English quiz, you know, if you're in this UK. Coins, what's that? I do USA coins and UK and Scotland. Yeah, bloody hell, Scottish coins, that's a tricky one. Question number 8, listen carefully. In the Earth's southern hemisphere, the summer solstice occurs in which month of the year? So in the Earth's southern hemisphere, the summer solstice occurs in which month of the year? That's pretty straightforward. Right, 2 to go. That's all we got. We'll be finished by 10 if we're lucky. Question number 9 is an interesting question. According to official statistics, if there are any official statistics, which are there more of? I'll give you the choice. Is it individuals who have been awarded the Victoria Cross, or is it individuals who have been awarded the George Cross? So 2 distinct groups of gallantry there. So according to official statistics, which are there more of? I'll give you the choice. Is it individuals who have been awarded the Victoria Cross, or is it individuals who have been awarded the George Cross? Alex, don't stick the answers down. Nobody needs to know the answers. They're all doing it blind, and then at the end of the round, we put all the answers down or whatever else. And finally, the final question of the evening. This is an interesting one. That's all right, don't worry. The Great Fire of London started apparently in Pudding Lane and is thought to have finally ended where? I'll give you the choice. Is it Pie Corner, Crumble Alley, or Pastry Passage? Oh dear, oh dear. So the Great Fire of London started in Pudding Lane and is thought to have finally ended where? I'll give you the choice. Is it Pie Corner, Crumble Alley, or Pastry Passage? And it's actually marked with a statue, would you believe, at this place. Not that I know. God knows how they know that, but never mind. Seemed a good place to stick a statue at the time, I suppose. Yes, it ended in London. Samuel Pepys wept apparently when he looked across London and half of it was still burning. But how the hell did they know where the last fire was put out? I've no idea. So there are your 10 questions. Roasted Coaster, that sounds good. 9%. I like Brewdog, do some great beers. There's no doubt about that. Right, do we need any repeats? So they're all down there on the right-hand side. So you might like to Strudel Street. Yeah, that's a good one. Come on. You can help me write the questions, Sif. I'd like to see that, but never mind. Did they meet there? Well, they could have done. Anybody else has got any witty banter as far as places that the Fire of London might have finished? Something to do with crumble pie. What else? Sago Street. Could have had. No, it's good. We have Croissant Crescent. Some brilliant questions. No, thanks. Well, they're designed to catch you out, of course. Meringue Muse, there's a good one. Meringue Muse, I like that. Oh dear. Anybody else got any stupid places that they could have lived? Gravy Street. Well, it's not really sweet, but never mind. It's a very good Gravy Street. Turnover Terrace. I like that. Oh dear. We got some very, very witty people here. I need you to help me write a few silly questions. That's what we need. Like Parsons, what's it? Fudge Tunnel. No, that's going to Fudge. Actually, Fudge Tunnel. I bet there is a Fudge Tunnel somewhere. We'll see. Rhubarb Row, Danish Drive. There's some great ones coming in here. No, do keep putting them down. Because anybody else can think of anything ridiculously stupid. What's that? Cremated clothes. Oh dear. Right then, here we go then. Here are the answers to the previous 10 questions. Let's see how we've all fared. Question 1, I can't like no more of your darkness. All my pictures seem to fade in black and white. They're the opening lines of a verse from the famous song, Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Beer Boulevard. Very good. Question number 2, created by Bob Thomas. Creeper is generally regarded as the first computer virus. Computer virus. Creeper. Well done if you got that. Number 3, according to the latest scientific research, would you find more moons orbiting Uranus or would you find more rings orbiting Uranus? Well, thankfully I've got nothing orbiting my anus, but 27 moons is versus 13 rings or visible rings. The rings are particularly dark. They show up very well, apparently infrared, but that's all. Number 4, of course, I was after the word baked, as in baked Alaska, half-baked, and baked potato. Well done to correct me on that one. Question number 5, of course, the only football team to have played in the English Premier League with ending in the letter G is Reading. Reading. Well done if you got that. Number 6, Desert Storm, of course, was designed to expel occupying Iraqi forces from Kuwait. Number 7, first appearing in 1927, which of the following was an early Disney cartoon character? I gave you the option. Was it Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, Percy the Prosperous Pig, or Olive the Lazy Cow? Well, it can't have been Olive the Lazy Cow. It was obviously Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, surely. In the Earth's southern hemisphere, the summer solstice occurs in December. We have, according to official stats, which of there are more of? I gave you the cross. Was it Victoria Cross or the George Cross? It is the Victoria Cross. The Victoria Cross has been awarded 1,355 times. Apparently, the George Cross has only been awarded 408 times. And final number 10, the Great Fire of London started in Pudding Lane and is thought to have finally ended where? I gave you the choice. Was it Pie Corner, Crumble Alley, or Pastry Passage? Well, it was Pie Corner. It's the corner of two roads somewhere in London. And there's a statue there just to prove it, apparently. But God knows how they know that. Never mind. Seemed a good idea at the time, didn't it? So thank you all. Anyway, let's have some scores in. See how we did. Oh, yeah. Pie, by the way, is spelled P-Y-E. I know my wife's put pie corner with an I. But that was to catch everybody else. So we have Chilly Willy with 48 points. Sarah's on 48.5 points. We've got Carol Jackson Cummings and Goings on 53 points to beat at the moment. We've got Roger Griffiths on 45. We've got Anthony Ridgway 48.5. We've got Jenny Graham and friends on 53. Michelle Governors 48. We've got Ian Mellon 39. We've got Martin Davis just going on the screen on 52 points. Graham Gifford on 51.5 points. Gahan and Steve on 50.5 points. Don Quixote, that bombed a little bit on that last round on 53 points. Mick Roberts on 44. The famous Fiver on 53 points. Squeaky Pop. Now, there's a great score. 55 points. Sorry, I've lost everybody now. Oh, God, where's he gone? Martin Davis. Sorry, where do we got to? Squeaky Pop. We've got John from the Royal Forest of Dean on a fantastic 44 points. We've got Stuart Colwell on 46. Not too bad, Stuart. Bigger Mix on 51. Got Faye on 43 with the Boo Big Prize Girls. Mark Garanton, fantastic 45 points. Sorry. Andrew Lewis, dismal 43 there. Does that mean Martin's beaten you tonight? Never mind. Donna Brown on 44.5 points. We've got Great White from Canada on 50.5 points. Thanks from Toronto and Chepstow. I hope you got the G7 question. We got the Rugby Rotary Club on 53.5 points. That's very good indeed. Nicky Bowers 46. We've got Foreskins and Ian Townsend 53 points. We've got PRS on 55.5 points. Leslie Barrett's not saying. We've got Mike Yates on 44 points. Harry Cage and a fantastic. Wait a minute, where are they? Missed it. Fantastic 58. That's from Harry, Julian, Ian. Well done them. Got Diana, Alex Scousers and Scott's 52 3/4, of course. Anthony Pugh on a fantastic 47. The Farmers Old and New on 47 points. Chris Peake 55.5. Very good. We got the Quizzy Rascals 58 points. They've only dropped 2. We got Thomas Grinningham 56.5. That's fantastic. Chris Pickard 44. Mike Yates, Dean. Kate Partridge on lost that on 7. We've got Greg Pugh 47 points. And we've got, wait a minute, what else have we got? We've got the Rudolph Watchers on 58.5 points. And Roy George with half on a question mark. Keith Harris, unusually we imploded. I can't believe that. Ayoli Akbar on 54 points. Very good score even so. And then we have correction 55.5 points for Thomas Grinnigan. And anybody else in with scores late on? Anyway, thank you all for turning out tonight. I hope you've enjoyed. What's that? You want a bonus or bus round? We could do that. We can see whether we can do that. That might be very interesting. Yeah, there's no reason why we shouldn't. We'll perhaps do a bonus or bus round next week. I need to get everybody used to doing it. Whether they can mark their things fairly is a different matter, but never mind. Anyway, lovely to all. I hope to come up with a little bit more obscure quizzing for you next week, and we'll see how you've done. So Wednesday night, if you're all up for it. If you're not, Wednesday, next Sunday, because I'm sure we'll all be still in lockdown. But thank you, everybody, tonight. Anthony, Lydia Stewart, Andrew Lewis, John W., Graham Gifford and gang, Ian Barker and gang, Leslie Barrett and gang, Michelle Gibbons, Nicky Bowers, Martin Davis, Thomas Grinnigan, Mike Yates, Squeaky Bob, and so on and so forth. Jenny, Graham Pence, Nicky Bowers, Chris Meads, of course, and everybody else that's taking part. Chilly Willy, Sarah, of course, from Worcester. We've got Carol and the gang. Roger Griffiths, Anthony Ridgway, thank you for you. Jenny Graham with friends, very good. Ian Miller, of course, Martin Davis, Graham Gifford, Helen and Steve Valentine, thank you for taking part. So thanks everybody for taking part. I hope there's been some testing questions, and you will all know now that Pie Corner, of course, is where the Great Fire of London apparently ended. There is a statue there. It might be worth going to visit so that you don't get it wrong next time. And of course, you've got to remember Parker's Piece is another area where a statue is for some of the first association football rules back in 18, whatever it was, 40 something. Never mind. Oh, the famous five, of course, have come in, and Donker was outed both with a very respectable 53 points. And we've got Squeaky Pop, 55 points. Fantastic tonight. Pick a Mix with a 51. Anybody in the 50s really have done very, very well. And the 40s all the same. I think that's remarkable, because there were some questions there nobody really could have got. Never mind. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, and we will see you on Wednesday night. So I'm logging out now, and we'll see you another day. Thank you very much. Cheers.